Hi everyone, McBeard here, back with another deck guide for you, a continuing look at Eredin, Ciri, Moonlight, Weather, Nova, which has been a very good list. I have been talking to Oceanmud once again. He's updated his list, and I am actually running a true card-for-card representation of what he runs at Grandmaster, and it's doing very well for me at this time. So because we had a ranked season extension, for better or for worse, I figured I'd try to push a little bit harder to see if I can go up to Grandmaster, and I didn't expect I'd have a day go as well as it went today. I went 8-1 today. The one loss was a computer crash that was probably a loss, but it's a technical undefeated streak on the stream today. We went 8 wins, and it went pretty well. Honestly, the list here feels extremely strong and fluid. Even with bad draws, we had a way to make it work. A lot of that has to do with reconnaissance. So while I have gone over this deck before, I'm going to go over it again just because now the cards are a little different, and I'm going to show some gameplay with this list as well. So this is an Eredin list, of course, because, you know, he runs that full moon behind him, so it's the guy you want for the full moon deck. Caranthir, of course, is a row of Frost plus movement as well. We're running Igni in this deck, so movement is very important. Frightener, and the new addition, Drowner, which I believe actually takes this deck to another level. We'll get to that. But Caranthir is a fantastic card still. It's actually very interesting how good Caranthir remains, being an 8 strength gold that moves and applies weather. It seems so slow for a gold, but he still does a lot of work. You can play him very liberally. I tend to play him in round 1 because he's a fairly good opening play when your opponent has already moved, at least, or at least maybe as a second play. You always want to make sure that you're developing your engine. So either by Frost on your opponent's row or Moonlight on your row, you always want to make sure that you're making things harder and harder for your opponent to deal with, giving yourself more passive points. Those are the kind of decks that I like. Geralt Igni is a monster of a card with Frightener, Caranthir, and Drowners. You almost always get great value, and sometimes you just fall into a fantastic Igni. Love this card right now, and I've been very hit or miss, but I think with the state of the game, the bronzes as strong as they are, this card is really just not dead that often. Usually you're settling, but you're settling for still something pretty good for a gold card. So, you know, he'll torch a row really well. You can customize this. A lot of times as well, one of the reasons why Igni is so popular is because all spies are 13. Summoning Circle is very popular. The warfare going on with 13-point cards. You can line up a row of 26. Easy Igni for you. Sometimes you can take a round like that. So Igni's really popular right now with spies the way they are. Caretaker is in here. Now, Caretaker was not in my original list that I had played earlier on. Caretaker is fantastic for getting Iris out again, and I've gotten a little bit better at navigating around having Iris, or having Iris in the deck as a draw later. So Caretaker is very good for that, but Caretaker generally has uses. If you don't think you're going to get a good Caretaker, he becomes a very early play in round 3. You just get him for the best value you can. Maybe there's some sort of utility there. I think I showed you in some gameplay where I don't necessarily resurrect Iris. In fact, I don't even know if I resurrected Iris at any point today, and I still did really well. Caretaker is still a pretty good card. Ciri Nova, of course, 25 points last play. Generally is how you want to do it. Just try to get her. Just get her there. The deck is pretty thin for a 26-card list, so there's not a lot of situations where you will not have Ciri Nova, unless your opponent Shylards it from you, which happened to me today. Still won. Good games all day today, really. It's hard to pick a highlight video, but I'll pick some here. Frightener in this list is pretty normal. Like I said, Frightener and Summoning Circle, they do go together. It's kind of just, to exist in Gwent's current habitat, you kind of have to have this fail-safe for card advantage. Being able to spy, being able to Summoning Circle spy. If you play your spy to take the round, maybe Iris gets you those points back, and that's how it works. Maybe you play spy into an Igni. You play spy, your opponent passes, you can Igni, and then you can lead off the next round with your spy again with Summoning Circle. Summoning Circle in responses to your opponent's spy. It is just spy games constantly right now. It's just kind of how Gwent is right now, at least at the upper levels. Now that I'm actually approaching Grandmaster, I'm starting to see how prevalent this is, and it is almost every game that this occurs. So really hard to run this list without spy and Summoning Circle. Manticore is great. As a beast, you can play into Moonlight. You can eat it with the Toad. You can eat it with Monster Nest Ghoul later on for a 20-point play. Toad is a 19-point play. Manticore itself growing in the Moonlight isn't even that bad. Toad Prince, of course, eats Manticore. Sometimes can eat Wild Hunt Rider. Can also eat a card like Siren, where you have somehow drawn into your Moonlight and the mulligan wasn't great. And you just need to get rid of a card. Toad Prince can help you as well in operator situations as usual. Good card. Iris, 25 points. Easy to execute with Wild Hunt Riders. Wild Hunt Warrior from Eredin. A Drowner into Frost sometimes. Like, there's lots of ways to deal with it. And it's even easier now with the Drowners for sure. Just more ways to kill Iris. Monster Nest, of course, usually is the ghoul for 20 points. Can be a Drowner when you need it. If you don't have a Drowner, you want a third Drowner. It's pretty good as a 10-point Drowner. So do love Monster Nest. Very flexible card. Very good card. Wild Hunt Rider gives you extra value over time. Of course, makes Iris an uninteractable play. If you drop her into the row where the Wild Hunt Rider is active, she dies instantaneously, and it just becomes a 25-point play, like a Super Commander's Horn. Then if you have Caretaker in your hand, you can do it all again. People will really, really try to remove these cards. Drowner is the addition to this deck that really changes things. Previously, this deck ran First Light. I think the Drowner is just better. Drowner is... it's a little bit left behind from a power standpoint, but being able to move things around and making sure that your weather rows are always getting maximum value is important enough that this is just kind of better than First Light. Having Reconnaissance and First Light in this deck made it feel like it was full of air. There's a lot of non-cards in the deck. I think Drowner is just a really good pick, and of course there's lots of situations where the Drowner can just kill something for you. Still kills an Enforcer when you move it into weather, still kills anything at 6 when you move it into weather, makes things much harder to deal with. I just, Drowner's okay. Honestly, Drowner's okay, even though he's 11 points topped out. Werewolf, fantastic card. Played into Moonlight. Watch it grow. Hard to interact with. Play it first and then Moonlight. That's what I was doing, and it seemed like it worked well. Generally, your opponent just can't do anything about it unless they Igni it or Scorch it. Wild Hunt Hound gets your Frost out. Helps for thinning. Siren gets your Moonlight out. Helps for thinning. Frost, of course, you want to weather as many rows as possible, Moonlight as many rows as possible, so your engine is just always growing. Sometimes you want to use this Moonlight for Blood Moon. Be very cognizant of when you need to do this. It's not always clear. Sometimes you're tempted to play the Moonlight early because you want to make sure you get all the value from the ticks on your side, but there are situations where the Moonlight can really help you. Maybe you were holding on to the Moonlight. You didn't think the round was going to go that long. It's kind of a mini lacerate. It's okay, but generally you're always playing full moon. And then Reconnaissance gets you those cards you need. A lot of situations you know what the worst case scenario is, and if it's even that bad. Play it to thin your deck. Generally you want to thin, you want to get cards out of your deck, build your engine, close out with Siri Nova, big cards like Siri Nova, Caretaker, Iris, Monster Nest. Those are your big finishers. The deck is great. Played a lot of great games for you. Have some gameplay for you right now. A lot of talking today. Throat's a little dry. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Like and subscribe if you've been enjoying the videos. And let's see if we can maybe push for Grandmaster tomorrow by the grace of this unexpected extension of the ranked season. So thanks again for watching, everybody. I'll see you later. I'm going to keep going. The only game we really lost was the game that was actually a computer crash, although I think we would have lost that game anyway. But it was only a theoretical loss. Just a theoretical loss. Everything else... This deck is
humans have no place
nice.
in Broccolon.
Nice deck. Now, this might be the Ethno-Dwarf territory, where they run artifact compression to counter consume. We actually have Iris in our hand this time. This is a first. We have 2 Reconnaissance in our hand as well, also a first. We have our Frost, and we have Eredin, of course. We have Siren. This is a good hand, actually. We got Summoning Circle and Frightener. What don't I like about this hand? It is all things to all people. I mean, if this was Karen Theor, we'd be in business, but it's not. I think I actually still put Drowner away because I have a Drowner here. No? Fine. That was risky. I think I had... I already mulliganed a Frost, right? Game on, let's go. So again, we've gone first in almost every game, and I'll show you my Gwent profile after this game. So I'm pretty sure there was maybe like one game where we didn't go first. The reveal game, we went first in that game too. Just Siren, I guess. Just Siren it.
You wouldn't want to hurt us, would you?
You wouldn't want to kill my Siren in the Moonlight, would you? Face really solid consume players who always preserve Last Necker Warrior until Swears is played. Yeah. When I streamed on...
You should not have come here.
Friday? When I streamed on Friday, I got to Swears, a dude who played all 3 of his Necker Warriors right away in round 1. Which you want to do, because if you're trying to buff them all, you want to get them all in your deck before you start the buffing. But that's just... Swears is like all-you-can-eat buffet. Well, we're on the... Well, we go first, right? We gotta be careful about how we play this. Manticore isn't the worst thing in the world. Manticore grows here. I mean, it's really not that bad. As the soothing melodies of Banana Taliban plays. If you play against Weirs enough, then you'll learn to adjust your game plan accordingly. I mean, it still sucks, though, knowing your opponent could have Swears. In fact, knowing that any Nilfgaard player that runs Runestone could potentially have Swears.
Your tricks will not save you, Dwarf.
I think this is right. We'll start here, and then we'll start reconning. We want to thin just as much as we can thin here. Actually, we play Eredin next, I think. And then we start looking for Drowners and Werewolves. Wild Hunt Rider for Iris. Ah, he's playing outside of the Frost. Excellent. Don't kill this thing. This deck is also really good because Nilfgaard players... All three of those new hands, huh? All Nilfgaard players that I played against have tried to Swears the Wild Hunt Hound, but Eredin can kind of correct that. Clicking nice and slow, no bugs, please. Mogwai, thanks for stopping by. Great to see you. It's pretty late for you, right? It's approaching 1 o'clock. Well, it's not that late, I guess.
Wake up, dwarves! Humans lust after our ladyfolk!
Oh, we sure do.
We'll put Mahakam boots to Imperial arses.
I mean, I just go for the sure thing Drowner. I don't know, man. The Ghoul is really strong. The Ghoul is really strong when I know Manticore is going to be there, right? Manticore is going to be there. I think I just have to look for the Drowner. It's definitely not a sure thing. The Wild Hunt Rider isn't bad. The Werewolf is definitely not bad. The Siren is also not bad. All choices are fine, but Drowner would be nice. A Rider ensures we can play Iris. Caretaker ensures that we can't lose this round, basically. McBeard, getting Swears from Runestone is not Swears' fault. Stop bullying Swears. Leave Swears alone.
This is what we
Hey, what's going on here? Of the Whale with the host. Nice. Hello. Thanks for the host, my friend. Good to know you. Welcome to the stream of the Whale family. Commander's Horn, you say. Commander's Horn. So you're saying that Drowner is on Summoning Circle. Is that what you're saying? How does that make me feel? Gonna go for the... no, I don't want to go for the thinning, actually, because the Werewolf gives me value now. The Werewolf would then be kind of lame afterwards, because I have no more Moonlight if I play this card, so I have to play this card. So no Wild Hunt Riders for Iris. But we do have a Drowner for Iris. Also, the Frost could just kill it itself, so... I think we would probably pass... Or he would probably pass if I play it. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Of the Whale, thanks again, man. Or woman.
You'll be
Thanks
fine.
again, fellow streamer, I'll say.
We'll pay men back for their persecution.
You're a big fan of the Eredin deck, right, Magwa? Yeah, it's pretty good. It's a pretty good deck. Trying to stay in this here. Do you think he will Artifact Compression Iris? It wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. The fact that I can't really hit him because I don't have the riders this time.
I am sadness.
But he passes, right? He passes because I have to go down a card. So I do have Frightener Summoning Circle, so I can actually play Frightener to take it because I still take it. So that's fine. Yeah. So Frightener takes it because I get the bonus. So we're good. This is actually a really good combo. I like this combo. Wait, does it take it? Hold on. 27. Then Frost ticks once. This obviously ticks. This ticks as well, right? So we're up 5 points. So it's really just like, yeah, we're fine, right? This is fine? Oh, this would be embarrassing to get wrong. You know what this means, boys and girls? Summoning Circle Frightener. Good draw. We'll do something with that card. Good draw also for the long round. Ah, you son of a bee. Well, he still has to play another card. Do I want it to be a long round? I do have one engine piece. But I do have some throwaway cards. We get him at even cards, though, if we pass right now. That's got to count for something. But we could also just end it with Siri Nova Monster Nest. I also could kill Iris by playing Drowner Blood Moon. Could also just draw Karen Theory and make everything easy. Taking him on even cards, man. I think we take him on even... Oh, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. No, I'm not doing it. I'm not taking it. We're just going to do our best here, but I just need to bleed him out of resources. I'm not really sure what he has. Because it's not really a dwarf deck, is it? It's not just a dwarf deck with Ethna at the front. Like, there's something else going on here. There's no Barkley. There's no Polly. There's no, like, crazy skirmishers. There's this crazy skirmishers. I shouldn't have played. Maybe I shouldn't have played. How can I fix this? Even if I killed Iris, I wouldn't have enough points. I wouldn't have enough bodies, would I? I'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But if I played these last, he could stop it though. He's got artifact compression, right? 100% he has it. Are we just pushing here? Are we actually pushing for a 2-0 here? Maybe we are pushing for a 2-0.
You wouldn't want to hurt us, would you?
Although we just prevent. Now we can't play Iris because I totally forgot what I was doing. We do have double Drowner though, but we have an Imperial Manticore in the fucking graveyard. It's stupid. I think we're going for it, though.
Elven blarney.
I think we're just not going to play Iris. I mean, it's not even that bad, though. Playing Iris and Siri Nova in this turn means it's a 50. That's 50 points just right there. So this has to be for Iris, and this has to be for Iris. I just don't think I'm doing that play, but I am playing. I'm going to continue to play, though. I am going to continue to play, so my last 2 cards are Caretaker, Siri Nova. Sorry, Siri Nova, Monster Nest. A little bit more experience with this deck. It's probably a little bit smoother and clearer, but I just had such a hard time killing Iris. Twice, at least. We're going to play... Oh, he did it. He rezzed the card I was going to... That's exactly what I was going to take with Caretaker, man. Why now? Okay, do I just take the Elven Scout, then? I'm still playing. Let's take the Elven Scout. I don't know if I'm gonna win this game, guys. I think I might be. Interesting option here. Interesting. Siri does keep this buff.
Hi there, come here.
Siri does keep that buff, so let's see if I win by a tiny amount. Or, I mean, let's see if we even just push here. 29 points here, 20 points here, 49 points in my hand. 2 less cards than I thought. We definitely passed before we try to execute this. Yes, play Ethna. Play Ethna. Play Ethna for Commander's Horn. It's the only way you'll be safe. It's the only way.
Humans have no place in Broccolon.
Uh-oh, Berger was reading Reddit. Calm down.
Sky attack.
We pass. We're good. He's got to play one more card. We have a lot of points here. He played Polly already. Farseer? No. Support was better. Stealing Thunder. Hey, guys, as long as you guys are having fun in the chat, by all means. I just caught up with the chat anyway. Call JJ. He's crying. JJ. All right, so anything is better than Igni except for Toad Prince. Do you think we get an Igni? Not last card. There's no way. So we lead with Werewolf, I guess. I mean, if this was Caranthir, I would have been really happy.
A sword to outshine all others.
The weakness of this card means that we probably will lose this game now. But it also might be really close, because that's a fairly tame Hattori. A 12-point Hattori is like in my dreams only. One card down, but then, yeah, it's good. It's Nest Nova is pretty damn good, right? Igni Fire Spell. And you could have Scorch, you could have Shiro. But if he has Shiro / Scorch or both, then he has one other card he can actually play. Okay. Looks like I spoke too soon about the tame Hattori. So this Hattori can grab Vriad Vanguard. It's not even that crazy. It's not even that crazy.
Don't leave me here.
Or that. Oh, that's good. All right, so we're going to play this, and it's probably going to get Scorched. And then we're going to play Siri Nova, and maybe that gets Scorched, too. You might have Scorched Shiro or something like that. Guess we're going to have to find out. We probably lose to Scorch in some way or form. Can't really play around it and actually have enough points here.
When the white frost comes, do not eat the yellow snow.
I mean, we might win, but I don't think so. Because he still has a gold card left. But Yorvath Meditation isn't even enough. Igni does it, though. Scorch does it. Shiro does it. Lots of cards do it.
Don't make me laugh.
Lots of cards do it. That's just a visual bug, guys. We're good. Crossing my fingers, of course. Maybe he just doesn't have it. That's what we say. Oh, he didn't have it. Maybe he just doesn't have it. Strikes again. He didn't have it. We're doing okay today, guys. We're doing okay. We're hitting GM? Well, we'll try. We'll try. It's impossible to lose with the support of Berja. It's true. Berja gives me the power to destroy Squirtle, contrary to what he probably wants. It's ironic, really. Easy GM? I don't know about that. Is this Morvran? God damn. I'm so sick of playing against Reveal. Reveal's so hard to beat. When you go first, that is. And I've been going first like every game, almost every game. I'll check the stats. Toad for one of these is probably okay. Got a recon. No hound here. Double Moonlight. My dog barking. I've beaten this guy before. That's good news. Did I beat him today?
With thick gravy.
I see. I see. So we're gonna get milled here. Tough decision here. Just play as normal. Just play as normal. This doesn't really necessarily mean we're gonna get milled, but we probably are. I've played against this guy before, but I don't remember him unless I played him today, and he was the mill deck, but he wasn't playing Spearman, so it's not really super clear.
Come to me.
I'm clicking it, guys. Oh, man. Just 2-0 him? That's what I did last time. I did 2-0 the mill player last time we played. And it was the correct decision because he had me decked halfway through round 2, and I had to. But he only had enough to deck me. He didn't have enough to draw favoritively. Favorably is what I mean to say. Well, because we're on the good side of the coin, thank coin Jesus, we can be a little bit more slow here. I mean, what's bad here? All cards are good except for the Drowner, which I don't have to pick. But with Drowner, Wild Hunt Rider would be the bad pull from Recon. So it's probably better I just establish some Frost on the board. I think is what I should probably do. I should just do that with Karen Thier. Didn't want to pull down to 3 because then I have like 2 rounds where I don't get full value for the Frost. I didn't want to put the 7 and 10 on the same row because I do want to apply Frost again, perhaps with a Reconnaissance that's good.
Greetings. What is it?
Big point reveal. Big points reveal. No big deal. I think I just eat the Wild Hunt Rider here and just go for the 16-point play. Everything else is too slow. He passes on me and I have to accept it. I could also eat the Frightener if I was actually worried about it, but that seems like a bad idea because I'm just going to get spied upon. I think I just eat the Rider here. Or do I? Or do I? Oh, shit. I guess I eat the Drowner or I eat the Frightener. I can't eat the Frightener. Yes. Ugh. It's not good, right?
My powers are yours to command.
That's pretty cool. I mean, I won't get full value out of Iris right now anyway, so I can't really play her like right away. So I got to go Rider Iris, and that's how I take the game. But I can't even take the game with that. I don't have enough units to support. So I need to play, like, again, really slow. Werewolf is not that slow, though. But it's pretty slow. The fact that I'm even in this, I'm fine to going a card down, I guess. But 2 cards down is pretty rough. A little bit of lag on clicking and stuff right now.
I shall help best as I can.
It's fine. That's fine, man. This is the kind of stuff that I want to happen. This means I can play Eredin for anything, which is good for like a tempo situation. So we're going to get him into a position where it's going to be harder and harder for him to stay in the round, and the longer he keeps playing cards, like I like this, keep it up, my friend. Do what you got to do.
I live to serve.
You live to serve, huh? I got Summoning Circle, and that's fine with me. I'm Milling myself is what you want, right? I'm giving you your heart's desire right now. He's playing another card. Very interesting.
Come on, stalkers. We ride.
Nice try, whatever that was for. So now we can play the Wild Hunt Rider in the back row, and then we can play Iris to take it. 1, 2, 3. You know what? Here's a dream patch note for me that really doesn't hinge on very much at all and is really not what anybody's talking about. But if Murktabraka is a 7-point card that does 2, 2, and 2, why can't it just go 3, 2, 1?
Imperial Majesty wishes.
Why can't it just go 3, 2, 1 like it used to do?
I'm so very, very afraid.
I would think it would be cooler if it just went 3, 2, 1 like it used to do it. Like if it's already going to be at that value. Like I feel like before the pings were different because did we just get them on even cards? Fuck yeah, man. We definitely push them. We take them all the way downtown, my friends, because we got Wild Hunt Rider and Eredin. We have Frost on the Cairn Theory that we've already played. We don't have Frost, actually. We have no Frost. But we have other ways to do things. Yes, maybe? I actually don't even care about milling. Do your worst. He's already done most of his bad stuff. What was the last thing I played? Iris. Is that right? Iris is the last card I played, so... Do you think I take a spearman with Caretaker? Do you think that's good? Take a spearman maybe, because he's gonna try to get draws and stuff. That actually, I'm not sure how I feel about that. That was risky. I could have gotten the Moonlight. I think the sickest thing that could possibly happen is he plays a Syrah, and I have a way of killing it with Igni that he draws me, and then I can use Caretaker on a Syrah, put a Frost back on my deck, play the Frost, play the Rider, res Iris. Well, I couldn't res Iris then. What? Iris doesn't happen in that situation. It would be so sick because it would be impossible. I'd need 2 Caretakers. The end. Talk amongst yourselves. Ah, fuck. What did he take? He took Igni, I guess? He took Igni. Let's just assume he took Igni. We can res an Alchemist now and actually trigger this, so that's good. That's good, and that's probably fine. I could also see what he stole, just so we were sure. Just so we're 100% sure. But it's probably Igni, but it could have been Manticore.
You wouldn't want to hurt us, would you?
Circle for another spy? Guys, I have 2 cards left in my deck. I mean, what do you want? Even I have a limit.
There's been a mistake. I'm no mage.
Even I have a limit. That's a good card that he got off Stregobar for me, because that's like a lot of lost value. The Recon's dead anyway. I don't even know why I'd want to draw that. I'm happy with my position. Now I can play the Alchemist. I mean, I don't want to play a spy, right? Is the what's the best thing I could play from him that he could play on me? The Alchemist is probably fine. But I should get this going also. It's immune anyway, so it's nothing for him to really interact with right now. Save it for Asira. Right, what I said before. That's what happens when I stream. I have a really good idea, and I will just talk myself out of it without even realizing what I'm doing. Yeah, Asira is fine. Because that means I can play Frost then. Which means then I can res Iris. So it would work. But I don't think he's even playing Asira. We've seen all of his silvers. No, that's a lie. We've seen 4 of his silvers. The Iris is mine. I can only assume that he has Cantarella, though, so... Cantarella is one of the silvers, and I feel like Summoning Circle is probably the other silver. So he may... Oh, well, there's Dazbog Runestone. So I don't think he's running Asira. I don't think he's running Asira.
Your humble servant.
Cantarella's got to be his last one. It's alright, I'm sure this is agonizing, but I'm just taking my time here. Oh yeah, the Scorpion can kill Iris. Fuck's sakes. So in a world without weather, we just play Drowner for value, right? Assuming he drew the Manticore, which I don't think he did. But assuming he drew the Manticore, I'd want to set up an Igni row. Or set up my own Igni row for the Igni that I know he has. Hold on a second, guys. He's running Igni, so I can't give him an Igni target. If I'm always acting last, there's no worry. But he has Igni, right? For sure he has it. He's just waiting for this to grow enough. It's almost Iris time. Summoning Circle is going to be tough. I'm just going to have to like take whatever I have here. So we know he has Igni. Let's just assume he has it. So we might as well just play. We'll just play the Ghoul now. We'll play the Ghoul and we'll play Caretaker and we'll put Iris on the board and we'll kill Iris and then we'll hopefully have enough points. I mean, the Wild Hunt Warrior could have also done it at any given time. He didn't take it. He doesn't have it. I have Igni. Igni's in my deck. Doesn't mean I can use it, but it means that I can play differently now. He took that over the what? He took that over the Blackfire Scorpion? That's surprising. That is surprising. Okay, so we go for Iris now then, I guess. It seems fine, right? No, we Summoning Circle this because that's pretty good. 13 points? Doesn't seem that bad. I don't think I'm going to get a better deal than that. Necessarily. I don't think I get a better deal than that. 13 points, huh? It's going to place it randomly because the game hung there. I don't think that matters. The game kind of hung there when I picked it. It just kind of froze there. So I didn't place that where I wanted to place it, but it's okay. It doesn't matter. I think it doesn't matter. I mean, I should have saved it for the Spy, which I know he's probably holding. Guaranteed Igni draw. But I think I might be fine anyway. Best placement because it works around Scorch.
Mashed potatoes with thick gravy.
Okay, so we have we have 2 ways to kill Iris. So we play Iris now, we play Nova last. Doesn't matter where I put her. I don't think it matters where I put her. He knows he gave me the shot too. Zoe, are you excited? I'm excited too. I'm excited too, Zoe. Cause I feel pretty good about this game now. I feel pretty good about this match at this point. Even if he could stop Iris, I still feel pretty good about it. But I don't think he can. He has to protect it because I have 8 points that looking right
I
at.
shall do as you command.
Ah, Syrah is the last silver. He put Albrick back in his deck, and what else? I wasn't expecting that at all. Okay, let's just play this out here, right? It was Albrick and something else.
Quite the menial task.
He's gonna give me Igni. Oh, we're drawing Igni, boys and girls. Is there a way I can manipulate this? Is there a way I can manipulate this where I can get this to line up? Assuming he's going to draw more cards. How many more cards is he going to draw? Getting the Igni is pretty huge anyway. I think we'll just wait. I'll wait to see what the board state looks like here. This my deck's empty, so there's no point in playing that card. P. Maurice, thanks for the sub, my friend. Thanks so much for the support. Get some horns in the chat for P. Maurice, newest member of the Beard Brigade. Leave Igni for last? Yeah, for sure. There's no rush to play Igni here. If he plays, if a single card is drawn, please be like Albert or something. Like something that draws a card. I got the 26 point. Got the 31 point Igni. Guys, I did not think I was going to be playing this deck all day long today. I actually outlined 3 decks I was going to play. Is that really bad for me or what? All right, so I have an option to do damage here, right? So there's one Wild Hunt unit on the board, so I can kill something with the Wild Hunt Warrior, and then that's just it. If a single card is drawn, the Igni is good. If it's not, then I just take the 14-point Igni, the 19-point gold card to go with my 25-point gold card. So I think I just play the Wild Hunt Warrior, and I kill Sealok. I think that's the best way to do this right now.
Resistance is futile.
I think that's the best way to do it. Because if he just draws one card...
My powers are yours to command.
Any last words?
Yes! So satisfying.
There's been a mistake. I'm no mage.
Does he concede because he sees it? I'm not gonna waste this time, I'm just saying.
Ho ho, I sense trouble.
I know his last card is... Well, I knew it if I was paying attention because he played a Syrah and he had no cards left in his deck. Oh, baby, that Igni was so good. That was some Boomba for sure. That was some supreme Boomba action. That was Mogwai endorsed and branded Boomba. 2-0'd. Oh, that was a 2-0, wasn't it? I actually forgot that we were in round 2, but it was definitely what I wanted. Definitely what I wanted.